Hey y'all, so this is something new. I wanted to do a short video about my weight loss journey and how it's been for me and tell the not so good parts about weight loss surgery. Hey y'all, it's your girl Ayana. I am doing this quick video. I don't know why I feel compelled to do this, but I do, so I'm gonna just follow spirit and talk about this. This is not a motivational video. More so an informative video. So I noticed that a lot of people have commented, especially on Facebook, because I do a lot more sharing of my weight loss journey on Facebook, that they appreciate, when I talk about my journey, when I share about my journey, and, that it motivates some people and they just want to know about what I'm doing as far as my weight loss journey. And I have to say, there's so many people, on social media that just talk about weight loss surgery and what it has done for them. And I don't necessarily, I'm buttoning myself up. I don't know why I should feel buttoned up today. Okay, anyway. I'm not an expert. I don't think anybody's an expert on weight loss. I think you have to weigh your options and decide what works best for you. But I can only speak on my experience and what I've experienced and what I've gone through. And I told, the history and the trajectory of how many weight loss surgeries I've had. So I'm on surgery number 3. And there are just some things that I noticed. I noticed that a lot of people love to hear about the weight loss, love to see the results of weight loss surgery and like, oh, you look so great, oh my god, you lost 100 pounds, you lost this and that and the third, and of course people want to hear the positives about it, but you can't really glorify this shit. So I have to tell the truth about it too. There are some very not so okay moments to weight loss surgery and things that are just difficult about it, and I wanted to just name a few. Because I think that a lot of people glorify this as the answer for people who are obese and people who are struggling in their weight. Like, nah, just go get weight loss surgery. And they make it seem so accessible and so easy. And it is not easy. So I will speak on my personal experience. Again, this is personal experience on weight loss surgery. And I'm going to share 5 difficult things that I've had to deal with doing weight loss surgery. And I'm sorry, I feel a sneeze coming on, and if it comes, I'll just let it out. So 1, the gas. You would not think it's a problem, but yo, the gas is real. Like, as I record this video, I'm probably farting right now, or I have to burp. If I drink water, y'all, it gives me indigestion. Food that I eat gives me indigestion. I have gas, and even more so with this last surgery. So my last surgery was the DS, and the DS is oh, my lipstick is all over my face. Why y'all ain't tell me? Sorry. Anyway, the DS is the dual diurnal switch. I'm probably saying that wrong. But basically, it's just like the gastric bypass, except they bypass more of your intestines. So they move your intestines even more in the DS than they do in the gastric bypass. And so anybody that's tinkering with your intestines, that's where all your inner workings, all your tubings go. And yes, you are more flatulent. It's so much gas. They don't tell you that. I mean, they tell you that, it might be a side effect. It ain't no might. You gonna be farting, and it ain't cute. It's not little poots. It's like gas, and it's painful. Sometimes it's gas pains that come with the gas. It's not cute. And so, you gotta build your life around that. You don't want to be in a meeting farting. You don't want to be on the phone. I'm on the phone. I be talking to my homegirls and I be burping. I be, oh, excuse me. And then I realize I'm burping every 2 minutes. I can't keep saying, oh, excuse me, every 2 minutes. But the gas comes and it's not cute. I often say to myself, yo, you about to get a new boo. How's he gonna deal with you farting? But you're gonna deal with it and you're gonna love it. He's gonna love everything that comes out of me, even my gas. Anyway, that's besides the point. So the gas is real, okay? Don't let them tell you that. And in addition to the gas being real, so is the poop. But I'll spare you the details for that. Just know shit gets real. Shit literally gets real. So that's one. Gas and poop, whole nother world. And this has been my experience for every single surgery I've had. Because I got the lap band. I'm like the test dummy for weight loss surgery. I've gotten the lap band, I've gotten the sleeve, and now I've gotten the DS. And every single surgery, it has like elevated the gas and the poop. So there we have it. As I'm talking to you now, my intestines are rumbling like, you talking about me? Yeah, I am. So that's one. Two is appetite. I had 60% of my stomach removed. Like a normal person's stomach, it looks like a little kidney bean. I had 60% of my stomach cut out of me, pulled out of a hole, and discarded as medical waste. And with that went my appetite. I'm never hungry. I very rarely have the sensation of hunger like I used to before surgery. And then I had to recognize when I am hungry now, it feels differently. Now my hunger may show up like nausea. I may feel nauseous, or I might have a headache. But I rarely feel like, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, what am I gonna eat? You know, I feel like, oh, I want something good to eat. I don't feel like that. I eat because I have to eat. I eat because I know that I have to eat and I have to get some nutrients in. But I rarely want to eat. You know, I do certain things. I have certain lifestyle, like I smoke. So sometimes that picks up my appetite when I smoke. Then I'll feel a sensation to eat. But really and truly, I don't be hungry out here in these streets. And also, I don't have the same joy with food. It's weird to explain, but food is a socialization tool. We use food to socialize. Every party, every birthday party, every baby shower, every graduation, there's a food. The funeral, there's a food. Like, you socialize with food. Food is not that enjoyable for me anymore. Like, I don't crave food like that anymore. I have certain cravings, but not really. I don't crave things anymore. And some days I'll go without eating. I have not eaten a meal yet today. And it's, what time is it? I don't know what time it is. Like almost 6 o'clock. Maybe after 6 o'clock. I haven't eaten at all today. I ate a bag of popcorn. I ate one little bag of Skinny Pop. That's all that, and this is not food. It's not nutritional. Don't follow that. I had a cup of tea. I've been drinking water throughout the day, but I haven't even had the sensation to actually make a meal. Plus, my stomach is a little attitudinal from yesterday's choices. I made some bad choices yesterday, and my stomach is like, oh, okay. So I haven't eaten today. And there'll be days where I'll just be going and don't remember to eat. And people are like, did you eat today? I'm like, oh, I think I ate. No, I didn't eat. And it's like 9 o'clock at night at that point. So your appetite goes out of the window. Your craving may change, or it may be non-existent. And just the joy of food is different. And this can be especially hard and depressive for some people who used to cope with food. For food was a security and a comfort for some people. And now they don't like it like they used to, or it's unsatisfying when it used to be really satisfying. That can depress some people. Fortunate for me, in my experience, I didn't really use food as a coping mechanism. So I didn't have a food addiction prior to me getting surgery. So I didn't feel a significant loss of food. There are times where I wish I could eat some of the things that I used to eat. Like, I used to love cereal, and nope. Can't do milk in all forms. I've even had vegan ice cream that tore me up one time. So I can't do ice cream. I can't do milk in any form. And so I just got to let go of the cereal that I used to love, which I don't need anyway because it's not really nutritionally valuable. But I miss cereal sometimes. So there are some things that I might miss, but it could be really depressive for people who had food addictions and who cope with food now to have to change their relationship with food. For me, it was learning how to deal with other people and food. Because like I said, food is socialization. So what do you do when you want to hang out with your girls? You go out to eat. What do you do on a date? You go out to eat. What do you do when you're celebrating or holidays? You eating food. And so I would show up and I wouldn't eat. And then people would be like, oh, you're not hungry? Oh, you don't like the food? I'd be sorry for the background noise. I'd be in restaurants and I'd take 2 bites of food and then I'd be done. And I'd be like, oh, could you wrap this up? And then the waiter would be like, oh, is something wrong with your food? You didn't like it? And I'd have to explain, no, I'm just full. I can't eat as much as people. So I had to continuously explain that I couldn't eat the way that most people eat. I have to remind people that I have little stomachs. So like I'll go and I'll buy something. I bought a sandwich yesterday. I was getting my nails done. I bought a sandwich. I took 2 bites of the sandwich, and that was enough for me to start to feel 2 bites of a sandwich, of a half of a sandwich. And that was enough for me to start to feel fullness, so I stopped. And my nail tech was like, girl, go ahead, finish your food. And I was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, listen, it takes me a lot longer to eat. I'm a lot slower to eat. And little bites here and there is how I graze eat now. And so just reminding people like, yo, I got a little stomach. So your appetite goes and your relationship to food goes. And when your relationship to food goes, your relationship to people changes, because food is relative and it is a way that people socialize. And so that has been challenging. I've heard people say that after surgery, they kind of felt like regretful. Like, why did I do this? Or resentful to their loved ones, because their loved ones was going on and eating like they was normally eating. And here you are, you can't eat. Sorry. You can't eat like you used to. You can't do the things you used to. That can be difficult for some people. 3, sex. Let's talk about sex because we grown. And I'm a woman, so I can only talk from a woman's perspective. I own a vagina, I don't own a penis. So I can't really tell you how weight loss surgery affects penises. But I can tell you how it affects or affected me. So, but any woman knows that when your weight fluctuates, sorry, I'm fixing my nose ring. When your weight goes up and down, there are changes in your womanly, abilities or inabilities or whatever. It impacts your cycle. My cycle is non-existent. It came and it went, and I haven't seen it since 2018. And I just sit around, I've gone and I've gotten plucked and probed and looked at, and doctors have looked and tried and tested everything, and there is no answer to why I don't have a period, except for the fact that my body is going through a dramatic change right now, and it has impacted my cycle. Some women lose their sex drive. Some sex drives go through the roof. I was one of those people who was like, oh my God, I could have sex every hour on the hour, every second on the second. And that's particularly difficult for somebody like me who is single and not booed up right now and also don't want to be in these streets hoeing. So I'm horny all the time and I don't have nobody to help assist out. I got myself. Amen. But that's another conversation. So yeah, your sex drive changes. Your vagina itself changes. Some people are drier, some people are wetter, some people are this, that, and the third. It just switches up. Sex switches up. Even how sex feels may switch up for some people with the rapid weight loss. So sex is different. We'll just say that. Sex is different after weight loss surgery. 4 is appearances. So yes, when I put on my looks and I put on my outfits and my ensemble and everybody's like, oh my God, you look so good, girl. Oh my God, you lost so much weight. You look so snatched. I'm like, thank you. And yes, in clothes, I look good. Outside of my clothes, I look like I'm 65. Everything has dropped. Everything is drooping. My titties look like a raisin in the sun, like sandbags that have been deflated. I'm telling you, it is not cute outside of the clothes, and your body goes through so much changes with weight loss surgery. People lose their hair and start to like bald because of the vitamin deficiency of weight loss surgery. Some people start to grow hair in different places. Your hormones are changing. The way you absorb vitamins change, and your body takes a hit. Dry skin in places you didn't have dry skin, rashes. I was a big girl. I was almost 400 pounds. I got rolls. Lots of stuff happened in between rolls, rashes, your skin splitting, discoloration, sweating in different ways that you didn't sweat. And these are all things that people don't talk about when they go through weight loss surgery, but this shit happens. Your body is drastically dropping weight. It's a shock to your system, and your body's trying to figure it out as it's happening. And it goes through some difficult changes. For me, I don't think I'm at the point where it's as drastic. Like, I do have some loose skin. I lost all of my titty meat, in my opinion. And then it's really how you see yourself. Because body dysmorphia is real in this process. So I may sometimes look in the mirror and still see that 300-pound woman, almost 400-pound woman, and I'm not her anymore, but that's what I see. And so how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem takes a hit when your body is changing so rapidly. So it's hard sometimes for me to feel sexy. Somebody else may see me and be like, damn, you sexy. But underneath what I put on, I have to deal with my body changes, and that is hard psychologically. And so, yeah, there are things, and I just accept it as a part of the journey. But it's harder for some people. Some people really go through a depression when they lose the body that they were always used to and now have this new body. And they may not like what they see under their clothes. So, you know, when you're congratulating people and when you're, you know, giving them props for how good they look, you know, always consider you do not know what's under those. Like, I know people who wear 3, 4, 5 undergarments under their clothes to hold things together and tighten things up, and just so they can feel comfortable enough to go out in the street because their body has changed so drastically. And so it's difficult. It's really difficult. And a lot of people don't know that part of it. So that was number 4. So I talked about the gas. I talked about appetite going. I talked about sex. And I talked about body changes. And I'm trying to figure out what the last one is that I want to talk about. There's so much. So much. Oh, vitamins. Ugh, the bane of my existence. Vitamins. I hate them. I don't think my mother gave me vitamins as a child. Or maybe I'm lying. I might be lying on Ann, but I can't recall. Maybe I had Flintstone. Everybody had Flintstones. But I hate taking medication. I was a diabetic who didn't take her insulin. I am a bariatric patient who rarely takes her vitamins. And I need these vitamins to live because I get about 5 to 10% of my vitamin intake from what I eat now. 5%. So that leaves 95% on the table that I am not absorbing simply because of the type of surgery that I have. And so I'm required to take a lot of pills. And one day I will show you how many I have to take. But it's a lot. I have to take 10 different vitamins every day, multiple times a day. And I hate it. I hate taking it. Don't usually take it. I have to threaten myself to take it. I have to literally be like, yo, take these vitamins or you're going to get brittle bone disease. So I have to like threaten myself with like some inevitable illness in order for me to take these vitamins. And sometimes that doesn't even work. I bought the vitamins. They're not cheap. They're not covered in insurance. So you got to pay out of pocket for these shits. And you have to take them every single day, which means it's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. And it's not fun taking a whole palm full of pills each day, but you got to take them. And that's something that comes with the process. That's just not a good thing. You have to have a certain amount of protein every day. And for somebody who doesn't have an appetite, it's hard to get protein in. You have to have a certain amount of water intake a day. I don't even feel like drinking water most days. I have to remind myself to drink my water and try to meet that threshold. So it's a lot that goes behind having surgery. It isn't an easy fix. It isn't the miracle answer. There's a lot to it that goes into it. And I just wanted to share the not so cute parts of it. At least for me, it's not so cute for me with those 5 things that I mentioned. But I'm curious for anybody who has experienced weight loss surgery, how has it been for you? Drop a comment. Am I spot on with what I'm saying? Do you have a different experience? Because I'm just speaking personally from me. But I just wanted to give you some insight. This is what life is like as a bariatric weight loss patient. It's a lot. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yesterday, I had a craving. Like I said, I don't usually get cravings, but sometimes I do. And I ordered me a donut, and I ate the donut. And the donut fought me all night. I was on the toilet all night for a chocolate donut from Dunkin' Donuts. It tore me up. Tore me up. My stomach is still not right. So it's things like that, you know, we don't share that side of the story and that side of the process, but it's real. And so if you're considering weight loss surgery, consider that you're going to have to go through all of this. And that it might be the answer for you, because it definitely saved my life. It's not for everybody, but for who it is for, it definitely saved my life. So I want to share that with you. Let me know how you feel. Drop a comment. Share the video. I love you for real. Thanks for watching. Bye.